Hello. I'm a little early. Figured I'd come on early and give people a few minutes to get here. It's me, Juniper Bloom Mystique. Wait till you guys hear what happened today also. Oh my good Lord, it was awesome. So I'll give everybody a few minutes to get here. Oh, I notified myself. That's what came up. So, for those who don't know me, I'll do the introduction now. Again, my name is Juniper Bloom Mystique. That is what Spirit gave me upon my awakening 3 years ago. I am an ascension master, master healer, and divine guide. Essentially, what that means is I am the one who brought about the ascension, right? Let's put it this way. Jesus was a mystic. Okay? Gives you a little insight into who I am and how I operate a little bit. What it means to bring about the ascension is very layered. Okay, I didn't just heal people into the ascension. I didn't just raise the vibration like we're all here to do. It actually took me 3 years, a little over, I think. I don't know. I'm losing track of time because I did so much. I don't know if you're here, Greg, but hello. I see the comment. He was on right before I came on. So I was like, oh, sweet. What up? So what it means to bring about the ascension, I actually did the healing to the earth, okay? I cleared Mount Shasta. We raised Atlantis. I united all twin flames, including Jesus and Mary Magdalene. That was the resurrection. Yeah. And so it's taken me a long time to do it. All of this work came through me, through my awakening journey, like everybody else's has an awakening and things just kind of happen and come through and you process and you heal. That was mine, except for it had to do with who I am and what I was doing to the earth. So it was very blowing my mind. Hi, Amy, what up? So I also want to talk to you a little bit about, and for those who don't know me and are curious to know more about that, it's all for you on this channel. Everything on my channel will take you through the ascension journey. Everything, okay? And it will actually help awaken you. So there's guided meditations on here. There's Hertz music. There's the workshops that I did to bring it through. If you guys utilize those, it's going to help you ascend, okay? So they're here for you for free to utilize, all right? So do it. It's in the Ascension playlist. Today, though, I did an awesome workshop, okay? Today I had another workshop coming through. I don't know if I talked about it on here. I'm getting a little bit mixed up with everything going on. So as those of you who do know, on Christmas, what happened? It was the resurrection of Christ, right? It came through. My new DM was supposed to be here with me and he wasn't. It hurt very badly. Now, I don't want to speak badly about him. I know in my last video, I was a little upset about it. I do want to apologize to him for that if he still is out there. I don't know. Because there's no harm, no foul. I don't mean that. But it was a very painful journey. It was very painful and it's heartbreaking. But I feel like somehow he's still with me. So I'm just going to have space in that. So there was a few mishaps on the twin flame journey with my twin flame and I. Okay, so I've been the one clearing it all the way back to Adam and Eve, right? So that happened on Christmas, was the resurrection of Christ. You guys can watch that video. Today, I did something really cool. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have no idea. Like Amy H, I'm still processing that. And in the end of that, hi Amy D. In the end of that, there was somebody that came through and channeled a message, okay? And she said, welcome to Pleiades. So I think today what I did is, you guys remember I told you I took us into a new galaxy? Greg says, energy never dies, right? Well, today I took us into a new galaxy. I mean, no, not today. I already took us into a new galaxy, right? I did that. I took us through a black hole. I believe it's in the workshop where I activated the dormant chakra system. I talk about that. It's on my channel. Check it out. The one where I activated the dormant chakra system. Okay. This is exciting. Like, I hope you guys are ready to hear this because it's going to affect you. Okay. If you are alive, it is going to affect you. And I even saw our, one of the presidents kind of sucked out of here. Like, it was like, whew, rip him the fluck out of here. It was pretty cool. So in this workshop we did today, it was truly about, it was mind-blowing, right? Amy, it's like, I'm still processing. Oh, Greg says, my sister's Amy and my two other sisters Amy. Wait. I'm confused, Greg. Anyways, I'm going to get back to my story. My brain's not all there today, I'm telling you. 444. So I've had 222 and 444. So listen to this, you guys, because this is kind of going into the message that I had on the title, right? Big decisions are going to have to be made. You're going to have to make major decisions. You just have to. You have to, because listen to where we're at right now. So when I activated the dormant chakra systems not too long ago, it was about, maybe within the last 5 months, I took us through a black hole into a new galaxy. Correct me if I'm wrong, because they kind of blur together. Hi, Gigi. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Gigi, I know you left early. My VIPs can have a free message today if you want one. Message, though, for being my VIPs and for being there. So today we went in. I'm like, there's so much I want to tell you. Where do I start? Where do I end? It was badass. Like I came out of it not able to see in my right eye. I was dizzy as all hell. I was like taking a shower because it made me all sweaty, and I was like super dizzy. I was like, whoa. It was insane. So I stopped all time. I stopped the earth from spinning. We were talking to new galactic masters I've never met. 555, never heard from before. Larry, Daryl. Remember that? Hi, Craig. That's funny. All right, that's funny. I shouldn't watch those too much because I get distracted. I'll go back. 666. I'm seeing a lot of synchronicities. Today's workshop was truly about anchoring our heart space, the heart of the earth, our heart, into the new galaxy system, where I activated 5 more poles on the earth. We are expanding the earth like crazy. And we will have eventually at least 12 new planets within our solar system. That's not a joke. So I hope you guys are hearing this, because it's going to cause you to have to make really big choices, okay? Because we're anchored in. Now, in the end of the workshop, I think we're in the Pleiades star system, because this one being came through and channeled that through, and I keep hearing it in my head. Welcome to Pleiades. I'm Pleiadian. That's what they said when I woke up. Yeah, Adam and Eve, right? I guess we're Pleiadian. So I think I took us into 7D, the Pleiadian star system. I don't have confirmation completely on that, but I'm pretty sure it's what she said. She's like, welcome to Pleiades. So eventually all this will play out within your reality. There's no choice around that, because everything I do is like a boomerang. That's this law of spirituality, right? You do this now and it plays out within your reality. The things I did 3 years ago, she did say that, Amy says, the things I did 3 years ago are now playing out within your reality, and it's going to continue to do so, okay? So when I activated the pyramids, I cut off the life support to California. Do you guys remember when I did that? Those who follow me? When did I say I cut off life support to California? Anybody remember? It's been like at least a year, right? I actually specifically told you guys that I cut off life support to California. It was maybe 2 years ago. I'm trying to remember, because so much has come through me. It's constant. But I think maybe within the last year or two, I think 2 years ago, Gigi says, yeah, I think you're right, Gigi. I think it was 2 years ago, a couple of years ago, when Mount Shasta was taken out. Okay. So yeah, we're all a little bit like, wait, because I think the reason why we're off on the time frame is because I've done multiple things to it. So first I cleared Mount Shasta on 11/11 of 2020, right? And that is when we started cutting off life support. Yep. So I think it started in 2020, quite honestly, but it didn't quite die yet. I cleared out all the bodies out of it. And then we created the Earth's new chakra. The new root chakra is in Fiji now, right? No, yeah, Fiji. Yeah, I think it's in Fiji now. I'm like getting all jumbled because there's so many things I did. So the new Earth root chakra is now Fiji, where it used to be Mount Shasta. Okay. That is when I cut it off. So there was a couple things I did to it before we cut off life support. Then within this last year, their water supply has gone down. Yep, Fiji is now the new root chakra. Mount Shasta used to be. It is now dead. I remember when they made that state black. So it has been cut off. Now, if you put all that together from what I did in the past and you look at what's happening now, there's your boomerang effect, okay? So just because I said it back then, hey, I cut off life support to California, you need to move. Like, get the fuck out of there, right? If you hear this message, get the hell out of California. I said that like 2 years ago. What's happening now, my friends, in California? It's not going to stop. It's getting hit the worst, right? But the weather has changed everywhere, has it not? And I also said that was going to happen too. Okay. So everything I said like 2 years ago is now happening. Yep. Floods. You've got floods. You've got the water supply that went away first. They were like on their last little leg. People are dying. It's flooding around the election time and before. Yeah. So I've been saying it for a while. Like, get the fluck out. I gave everybody an ample warning, right? For those who listened, they did. For those who didn't, now they're dealing with it. Okay. But the thing about that is that's just me telling you that, hey, what I do now today is going to boomerang and it's going to affect you. You have no choice. You have no choice. The rapture of God, you don't have a choice. You can't escape it, right? Those are the major decisions you have to make. Sorry, I think I feel my twin flame. And it feels good. So the major decisions you have to make are going to help you survive the rapture, okay? But they're not easy. And I'm going to tell you that now. Like, each one of us that's gone through all my stuff, you've all, with me, have had some major decisions we've had to make, right? And so as this stuff boomerangs around, like, that's a major decision. Move out of California. If you would have listened to my word 2 years ago and did it, you could look now and go, shit, I'm glad I left that sucker, right? Instead of, oh, she's crazy, 11-11. So that's what I'm telling you about the law of spirituality, or whatever you want to call it. That's the way the universe works. What I do in the energy boomerangs around and affects the earth. Okay, so that brings me to what happened today. Was badassery. Oh my God, it was badassery. So we started out, I kind of normally will like sit around something, but we didn't. Oh yeah, no, I saw a wall of water today, Greg. And I've also said many times that the changes in tides are coming in San Francisco. That has not changed. Okay, I see it taking out one of the bridges. I've always seen that. That's what they showed me from when I first started clearing out Mount Shasta. Because I was like, Spirit, what am I going to do? What is this causing? I got scared. And they're like, don't be afraid. And they showed me all kinds of stuff. Okay. And then I remember even telling Pamela, I'm like, I got to stop doing this. I'm going to kill people. And she's like, no, that's free will. There's nothing you can do. I'm like, that's true. So I just kept going. It's not my fault. Just listen and follow yourself. Like, follow the light. You'll be all right. 12:22. The only one that died so far is my twin flame that I know. So no, that's to be serious though. I shouldn't make light of that because it wasn't really funny. Today, this had to do with the new galaxy. So I told you I took our planet into a new galaxy. Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because what I found today, what we did today was massive. And we don't know the outcome. We don't. That came through because it's never been done before. Jesus and Mary Magdalene were there celebrating and cheering when it was all done. We will have up to 12 planets entering into our planetary system at least. It depends on how many our Earth accepts as part of the new solar system. Does that make sense? So we will have every planet we already had, and then they will add more as our solar system allows it. Okay, so it has to expand and allow them in. All right. I don't know why you went to Shasta last year, because it was cut off from life support by then, my friend. Like, that's the thing, is everybody still thinks Mount Shasta is alive. It's not. It's dead. It's not energetically sound for any healing. It is no longer the root chakra, and I've been saying that for a long time. So I don't know what you did. Like, there's no ley lines there anymore. There's no energy going to it. And that's funny too, is because one of the people I came through the academy within the last year, she bought a house there. And I'm like, then she's definitely not connected. Like she said she was, right? Because you should be able to read into that if you're reading the Akasha records and stuff. But everybody is so used to it. So that's what Spirit's saying, is patterning. They're so used to Mount Shasta being alive and it being something important, but it's not. It's been cut off. It's dead. California is black for the Earth's atmosphere. Okay. So I want to remind you that I don't know what energy work you did, but it's dead. But anytime you tune into the Earth, though, it's good, right? So just be careful you didn't pick up anything dark, though. That's what I would definitely say to that, because there is no light there anymore. There is a lot of darkness there. So just be careful. I would definitely look into that, Greg. I would definitely look into that. Because that's the only kind of light you're going to pick up from Mount Shasta is darkness in California. And that's not a joke. You can see all these things occurring over this last, if you line up the work that I did, it's showing you now. I said 2 years ago, I cut off life support to California. And look at it. I've already said that the weather is going to change. How's the weather where you're at? I don't know about you all, but we've gotten very little snow. We're very up and down. We go cold and we go warm. Like even here, it's not normal, right? Nothing's normal. And after today, that's going to be worse. I call it better, but that's going to be worse. Yeah. So today, I know I'm kind of all over, but it's all relevant. When I started the workshop today, here, I'll read you what they said. It was called the Aligning and Centering in Universal Flow. So that was the main gist of it. We were aligning our heart space of the earth and the collective soul into 7D, into the new galaxy. So the way I had to do it, and we got 5 more poles on the earth. So it was 53 in Maine yesterday. Now it's snowing and sleeting. Yeah, it's all over the place. I'm telling you, even in Texas is freezing. Nobody, if you are not cut off from source and not completely zombified, can tell me that the weather is the same anywhere, right? Like it's so different everywhere. But after today, that's going to get worse. So they actually said the sunsets are going to be different. Like you're going to see new colors because we are in the Pleiades galaxy, my friends. I took us to Pleiades. Woo, woo. I did. What does that mean? I don't fucking know. I don't know yet. We have to wait to see. So what I did is we're already in the new galaxy. I took us there a few months ago. Now that Jesus and Mary Magdalene united on Christmas, they were there. They were there together. And they're like so happy to be in it. Every time I say that, I feel my twin flame. Like I really do. I'm sorry if I hurt his feelings. But he hurt mine too. Anyways, so I did this. How do I explain it? Amy, help me. I stopped time. Okay. The earth stopped spinning. That's what it did. It stopped spinning. I completely stopped time. They gave me new scrolls to read to do it. I had new galactic beings come through and channel. Now, here's the thing. As I stopped the earth from spinning, this is why I had to do it as quickly as I could, because literally I stopped time. I stopped the planet from spinning. If you think I didn't, you just wait for the backlash it's going to create. Then from there, I opened our heart. They took all of the people that were there. They took their chakras out of their system because they had to expand them into 7D. And the heart space was more important in the heart of the earth. Okay. So I took the earth's heart chakra, our heart chakra, and opened it up and expanded it. Then the galactic masters came through. Ashtar was there, but there was I pixelated them. So I pixelated the earth, opened it up, and I've done that before. And that's when I started creating poles. So I was doing it with the scrolls that I was reading in their language. They came through and channeled some things. And then they changed my throat chakra DNA, and I activated 4 more poles. Okay, so total, there was 5 new poles. We shifted the earth. She's pretty much upside down on her axis. Okay, that's what they said. She pretty much went upside down on the axis. And then all of our breaths, like me and all of the galactic beings that were there, and I can see everybody stopped breathing. We were I had to wait for it and see what was going to happen. It was insane. And then we got to do more because this has never been done before. We did not know what the outcome was going to be. And I had to stop time. I had to stop all these things so that we didn't explode or fall off the planet. That's what they said. Okay. And it sounds crazy, but it's real. Look at everything else I've done. You know, it's I'm beyond past the craziness now, right? Wake up, right? Wake up, people. And so we did that, and they kept channeling messages. It's recorded in the Akasha records. So if you can read the Akasha records, look into it. It's in there. Then they kept shifting the earth, and I was making the poles, and then they did our heart space. And they were anchoring it in. And then that's when they said, welcome to Pleiades, was after we got it to start spinning again on its new axis. So that's when everybody's breath was held. We were what's going to happen? I even saw Jesus and Mary Magdalene. I saw all the angels. We had to anchor our heart to the core. And we kept doing that to give the earth some balance, because then she had to restart spinning on a new axis. So she's upside down from what she once was, you guys. It's not a joke. She's upside down from what she once was, and there's like 5 poles now. I'm like, this is badass shit, right? And they're like, welcome to 7D. And that's when all of the angels and Jesus, and they were celebrating. I can hear them cheering and clapping and hugging each other because it started spinning. There was some turbulence. And they reminded me like when you're flying in an airplane and it goes, so the earth went through that. So we're going to feel it. Okay. And if you're in California, buckle up, Buttercup, because we cut it off from life support. And then when it started spinning, they showed me it's upside down now from what it once was. We have like, what they say, 12 suns or something like that now. It was like, and it started spinning. And then you could see all these beings just being flung off the earth. They're like, they're like, get the fuck out of here. It was so cool. And then they went into pure celebrate. That's the way they always say it. They say celebrate. And they were hugging and giving 5s. And I could still hear the cheering. Oh, and here's what they also said. 12 suns, 22 moons. Thank you, Amy, because when I'm channeling it, I totally forget. Oh, do you see 222? That's interesting. But I totally forget what I'm channeling half the time. I can only remember bits and pieces. So thank you. What else? Where was I going with that? They also said, damn brain fog stuff from COVID. I'm like, what did they say? What did they say? What did they say? Oh, that's what they said. So they said that if we think there's been aliens here, think again. They've actually been on the planet. So they've already been here from the new galaxy. They're already here. There's new beings here that we didn't even know. They've been walking amongst us over the last few weeks, few days, whatever. Their time is different. Time is different. So they've already been here observing us, watching what we do, how we act, but they're also getting to know those that get to stay here. They already know those that are not gonna stay. This is what they said. And so they're still here. These are new aliens. They're like, we are all over your planet. And some of you have seen us, some of you have not. And there are other beings that don't belong, that were alien-esque, that also have to leave. And that's what they also said. Then the final being came through. She was a female, and she actually said, welcome to Pleiades. 2212. So I took us into the Pleiades star system, I believe. And the planet is literally upside down now. And we act, it's spinning. 2222. Thank God. And as she keeps expanding, another planet will come in. Okay. All right. Okay. Another planet will come in. Greg, the only reason I caught it is because I got attacked at work, so my DM didn't come. You know, my immune system went down so low. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. So, and I got over it. I just took zinc. But part of that was my attack. So I had to have a healing from my graduate, Amy H., who graduated from my academy. She did my healing on me. She has throughout my whole entire twin flame journey. If it weren't for her, I would be dead. People are going to be leaving the planet. Yep. Like a certain man on TV every day, Mr. B. Yep. So we don't want to say his name because, you know, we're so controlled a little bit. But I'm just saying he's the one that we all know is like fraudulent and all this shit was going down, right? The one you hear about every day, Mr. B. Yeah, they sucked him right off. It's like poof, poof, poof. People were flying off the planet because it's literally upside down now. It's spinning different. They said your sunsets are going to be different. Everything's going to be different. And so if you're still living in California and you're awake, get the fuck out of there. Like, that's not a joke. If you don't believe me now, remember what I said 2 years ago to what's happening now? Like, can we reminisce, shall we? Because I told you guys, I cut off life support to California. It's no longer the Earth's root chakra. There is no good energy there at all. And you can see what's happening there. Nothing good. Earthquake after earthquake, the weather, it's not good, okay? And it's only going to get worse. That will not be here anymore in the years to come. It won't be. So the Earth is shifting in a very big way, and we don't know. Okay, so here's the thing is they said this has never been done before, so we really don't know the full outcome. We don't. No planet's ever been commandeered back and then taken into a new star system, a new galaxy. I did it all while we're here right now. It's crazy. So they were literally saying, we don't know the outcome. They were kind of holding their breath a little bit. They didn't know what was going to happen. I was able to get it spinning again. Okay. And then they said, as we expand, we will be letting new planets align with our system. So there's at least going to be 12 eventually. There can be more depending upon how much we can accept. All right. So it's still in the air for how far we're going to allow the new energy to encompass this planet. Okay. I hope that makes sense. But if you think this won't cause big changes within the earth, let's remember what I said 2 years ago for California and what's happening now. Okay. This was awesome. And I could hear them celebrating, right? So as we would have a party, they're literally having a party, and there's new beings walking your planet, watching you right now. Welcome to your new Pleiadian star system, my friends. Stargazers, all of you, get out there, start looking for stuff, because it's going to be different. Your sunsets are going to be different. They said the weather's going to even be more different than what it is now. What does that mean? I have no freaking clue. So Amy D, you better be getting out there and taking care of that shit. We need you. Balance it out, because she is upside down, literally upside down. That's not a joke. So I'm super, super happy about that. Yeah, I'm super happy about it. So because of all of this, you're going to have some major decisions to make. You are going to have some major, major decisions to make, okay? You don't have a choice. It's either you let stuff go or you don't. And if you don't, you have to deal with the consequences. This is Judgment Day. Do you guys remember that video I did especially when my original twin flame took off and did what he did and hurt the ascension and stuff? And God said, this is the last supper. This is the last end of everything we once knew it to be. So I would get out to the earth. I would enjoy those flowers. Because I saw everything changing. The trees were changing. The water. Oh my gosh. I did something with my voice, and I was reading this scroll, and I saw the water do something crazy. Greg asked a really good question. Do you think they chose to be genocided by choosing not to be cognitive of what is really happening? That is a really good question, Greg. And when you pay attention to the whole journey that I've been through, there were some mishaps on the journey for as far as awakening. And when my DM did what he did, he was allowing the fallen angels to still kind of take over. He had blood on his hands. People didn't wake up in time. Okay. And so in my opinion, and not just an opinion, I truly believe this is fact, is more would have waken up if there wasn't a constant attack. Okay. That's unfortunate. So free will was manipulated in a very big way. It just was the whole entire time. I almost died. That battle that I pulled us through was very difficult. Now it's just free will based. It always has been, but I feel like because of all of those mishaps and things, it really does cause a little bit of more free will to be manipulated. If it would have went down like it was supposed to, it would have been different. Okay. When God told me to do what I was doing, and I was doing it, but then it got really hard because I aligned with my twin flame. Then he hurt me. Then he took off and really hurt us. That hurt the ascension. And I've told you guys that before. And the reason he died is because his heart got black and he had blood on his hands because he wasn't listening to God. And he hurt me really bad. He almost killed his own DF. I almost died. You can ask Amy H. She had to help me survive. And Pamela did too, but she went into judgment. I don't see her anymore. So, because I had got a blood clot on my leg when he first took off and stuff, and he was giving her my light, and it was literally sucking me dry. It hurt so bad. I was wailing. It hurt, and it hurt some of the people. I still managed to bring that up. So what Spirit is telling me is that it's not mass genocide. It's just really people went into fear. The V cut you off from source. I've been saying that, but people didn't want to hear it. They were like, conspiracy theory. You know what I mean? They did that to all of us, light workers and stuff. They just didn't want to hear it. And you can't force anybody. God doesn't force anybody. We do things through free will. And so no matter what we would say, fear kind of took over. However, there's still room for people to wake up. So I feel like there's going to be a burst of wake the fuck up because this is it. Okay. So kind of like what De La Roca said is where people will wake up last minute. I don't know, Amy, remind me. Did I tell him what happened? You mean what I went through yesterday on my own, or what did I miss? I'm like, wait. Remind me and I'll tell him because I'm channeling. I forget stuff. That's why I'm so glad I have my peeps. I don't think I did. So ever since I united Jesus and Mary Magdalene, I've cried a lot. So yesterday I was meditating, and I think that is relevant, so I will share it. I was trying to get out of my head because the twin flame journey, and we both got really thrown out of balance and everything. And I'm trying to pull that back up very big time, watching what I put in my system. And I was meditating really. I called off work just to meditate and be in my heart center. As I was doing that and getting my mind to calm down, because if I don't meditate for a while, my mind gets too active, especially working in crisis and stuff. And I can't calm it down as easy. So I was getting in the gap. Finally, I got that to calm down, and I was meditating. The next thing I knew, Mary Magdalene and Jesus came through. And it was almost like the first time I saw Jesus or Lord Sananda. And you get what they call like the Jesus effect, where it's like, like it takes your breath away, you get chills, you cry. I started doing that. And Mary Magdalene was dressed in the most beautiful light blue dress with a light blue headband. Like a head wrap, it was beautiful. Like it took my breath away. She was gorgeous. Her and Jesus both were glowing in like this golden light. And he just looked so happy. Like he looks at her with such love. He didn't do anything. He was just standing there admiring her. And Mary Magdalene took my hand in meditation and walked me through this thing and into like this cathedral. And there were like these big, like open doorways. You know what I mean? Like those old, like cathedral type things where the ceilings are like such beautiful colors. I don't know where we were, but I'm like crying and like, and like looking around in my meditation, my mind's eye. And then the next thing I know, she put this white flower band around my head. And I was even crying earlier when I was talking about this. Like I was just bawling. Like I couldn't even stop crying telling the story the first time. She set me on the throne. And there was a piece that I didn't tell you because I have a hard time believing I won't ever be not alone. She set me on the throne, and there was a chair next to me. It was empty. It's supposed to be my king. She did bow, and she said, "You won't be alone." And then they walked away. I still have a hard time believing I won't be alone. But that is what it is. So that was beautiful. I don't know all what that means. But that came through last night. And then today, what I brought through was massive. Okay. So there's a reason they did this today. What is today? The 15th of 2023. I think we should note that one. Because the resurrection occurred on Christmas of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. And so these dates, the time frame in between the two are very relevant. Because I was supposed to do my Akasha Records course today. And they were like, flip the workshop, next week's Akasha Records. So there's no coincidences here. There's no coincidences to Mary Magdalene and Jesus coming to me last night in my meditation, putting me on a throne. I was sitting by myself, but she did say I won't be alone. And they bowed. She bowed. And they left. And I just bawled and bawled and bawled. And then today we did what we did. And 3333, all the angels, you guys, to hear them celebrate like that, I've never heard that before. Like they were literally cheering. I could still hear it. They are literally still cheering. So basically I came in, commandeered the earth back, cleared out all the darkness, took all the power back from the fallen angels, brought all the twin flames back together, cleared all that karma by myself, and then took us into 7D, fuck 5D. I'm like, we're out. And I took us all the way home to where I came from, which is Pleiades. You're welcome. I'm like, holy shit, you guys realize what I did? Like, that's bigger than you think. And I'm sorry, I can't do videos like every other starseed and light worker, like De La Roca. I was thinking about that. Like, my story's different. I'm not just sitting here talking about what's happening. I'm doing it. So I have to talk about it as I'm doing it. She did. And you're right, Amy. I remember when you did a healing on me before, she put that band on my head too. I think it was like flowers around my head. I remembered that. Yep. Oh. Aw, take care, Greg. Bye. Enjoy. So I thought that was really amazing. Like, we are anchored into the new galaxy. We are anchored now into 7D. The people that joined me in it are 7D based, okay? So their chakras got upgraded into that. It's not a small deal. Like, this is a really big deal. Okay, it's a really big deal. It truly is. Like, this is a big deal. And it's going to have profound effects on our planet. So the way the earth is now, even though it's kind of crazy and the weather's nuts, you better go say hi. Get pictures, right? Take pictures, mental pictures, actual pictures, because I truly believe it's going to change a lot over these coming years, okay? They're saying 1 to 2 years, it's going to be unrecognizable in a lot of ways. So if I were you, I would be out there taking pictures, taking notes, enjoying it, exploring it, because it's going to change. Now, I think it's going to change into something even more beautiful. So that's okay too. But this way we'll be able to look back and go, remember when California was here? Oh yeah, remember it died? And it's no longer here? That's not a joke. 555, big changes to come. Okay. I'm so proud of that. Like, I'm so proud of what we did today. I'm so proud, and I feel the celebration. I went from bawling my eyes out to just feeling this sudden relief. And I don't want to deny it, and I'm scared it wasn't real, but then I felt my twin flame, and he's still there. Because at first they're like, well, you can have anybody you want. I heard go have Sean, and I was like, what? And then I got really sad, and I'm like, I don't want anybody but my twin flame. And then it shifted, and so I don't know what that was. But I'm still holding space. So I want the twin flames together, and I want mine. You know, that's the only part on this one where the mishaps occurred. Other than that, I'm very, very, very proud of this journey. I'm so freaking proud of who I am and what I did and what I survived through and the people that did it with me. And we made big choices. We've already been making big choices. So that's going to trickle down throughout the earth, throughout the planets, okay? The crazy thing, though, here's the craziest part of that, is we're all aware, if you're awake at all, that there was aliens on this planet. I know there were because I had to undock a ship from the Atlantic Ocean when I was activating the pyramid there underwater. I had to undock it or I would have hurt them. And I remember I could see in the windows, and they were like grays. They looked like gray, and they didn't have hair or anything. They were like beings inside the ship in the Atlantic Ocean. I saw it. It's in one of my workshops. You can probably watch it on my Ascension playlist. I don't know which one it was in. It was one of the pyramid activations, right? And I had to undock the spaceship. So we've all kind of known there's been aliens here. After that is when they kept getting the pictures of the ones going in the water. It was after that. But now, today, they actually said the new beings from the 7D galaxy system that I went into have been on the planet for the last week or so, or 2, or I don't know how long. And they've been getting to know what we do. They've been learning us, learning our blueprint, paying attention to everything. They're kind of taking a lot of notes. They're getting to understand it because they're allowing it to integrate into their system. Does that make sense to you? It makes perfect fucking sense to me now. I'm like, oh my God, this makes so much sense. And then he said they're going to continue to do it. We're going to mesh within this new system, within this new galaxy. And it's awesome. And we're going to expand into having at least 12 new planets eventually. So, and we're upside down on the axis, and we have 5 new poles. How freaking badass is that? It's recorded. But that one, if you want to watch that one or witness that one, join Patreon. That's where I posted it. Then you can actually heal into 7D. Yep, they have been watching and interacting with the people who will be staying. That is an important key part. So there is only certain people here that will stay. The population is going to be quite less as we go forward, because first of all, some will go, some will stay, and some will never know life this way. It's all just what it is. So people will It's already happening. It's been happening. So nothing new, and we can't avoid it. So they are interacting with those that will stay. The rest they don't care to. It's not for them to care about, or even they know they're going to leave. And that's what they said. So any weird encounters, any weird things you see in the sky, it's going to be awesome. Pay attention. See what you see. See what you find. Okay. All of a sudden it says like there's nobody here. So I don't know if I lost everybody. Nobody believes it. That's okay. You're not awoke. You're not awake. Get it out of here then. Because I only deal with the higher frequency folks. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was really, really, really cool. Like I really did. And then any of my VIPs, I'm here. So there's just 2 of you left. Everybody else bunked out. That's okay. Anybody who did join the workshop that is here, my VIP members on Patreon, can get a free message. If you want one, apparently it's just Amy H now. Right? I know Gigi's at her family's house. Sherry's working. Oh, Gigi's still here. See, my numbers are off then. How weird. All right. Actually, Gigi, it's this deck that's calling to you. Amy H, would you like one? Amy H said, I'm here. Gigi says, yes, please. See if there's anything else they want me to talk about, because this was a really big deal. But I think it's all pretty much the same. So the planet is not the planet you once knew. And they're also saying respect it as such. Okay. Because now that we're in 7D, it's like if you do certain things to the planet, she's going to throw it right back at you. I don't know exactly what that means. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what they're saying to me to tell you, is that if you do to like in such a negative thing to the earth or anything, you're going to feel it. Okay. Because we are in 7D. We're in the Pleiades star system. I didn't even expect that at all. It took me home. I'm like, I'm the fuck out of here. I'm going home. How funny is that? That is so funny. And anybody who did that one today got gifts. I remember them saying that. But I'm channeling it. So there's like pieces I'm probably missing. And some of it is in different languages. Like there were beings that channeled through me in there that I had never felt before. That were quite powerful and foreign and felt very alien-esque. But also similar at the same time. So that makes sense to the fact that we were in Pleiades. So far we got Gigi and Amy for the free messages for VIPs. Let me correct that combo, the wordage. And it is what it is. I was like, okay, if I can go be with any man I want to be. That's what they said today. I don't know if that was my DM saying that telepathically because I heard his feelings, or if that was spirit saying that. But either way, my heart dropped and shattered into a million pieces. It really did. I only want my DM. That's all. I just hate the fact that it's been a lot of pain and he can't show up. And so I came to that realization today in a very, very big way. It's like, no matter what, that would be the only one that I would want. I would be alone otherwise. Okay. Because what a foreign feeling to be with somebody else and have somebody else on the inside. You know what I mean? That doesn't match. It wouldn't feel good. It's not the same love. And so that's just is what it is. The reason I mentioned that is because I didn't understand what made a DM, in my last video. But it may have hurt him. And that was never my goal. Ever, ever, ever. Okay. And on these videos, it is not the same. I agree. It's not. And on these videos, it's limited information that I do put out. And so I'll be more mindful of that. But I just wish he would be here, Just wish he would be here. And Sean will always be my friend. He does see it. He's not like us, but he always has a space in my heart. He'll always be my friend. But there would be a void if I didn't have my DM. So there's no other option for me. And the love is still there. I just need him to stop hurting me. And that's how I feel about it. So I just want to throw that out there, okay? So that everybody understands. And if you don't understand the twin flame journey, please don't judge. Please do the research. Because it's all on my channel. 4444. I keep seeing so many synchronicities, okay? All right, so Gigi wants one, Amy wants one. If anybody else wants one, you can feel free to donate for this one. But my VIPs are the ones that I will give messages away to more often, so just be aware of that. 4444 again. So I'm like, this is gonna be curious for me. I'm excited to see 4444 again. Holy shiznit. I'm excited to see what's coming. I really am. I'm super excited. 4444 again. Jesus, Nisa. If I am Pleiadian. That was one of the first things they told me when I did my own Akasha records. There's no coincidence. I took us into 7D, and then I found out today we went into the Pleiades star system. So basically, let's just theoretical, right? Theoretical. I'm a god. I was sent to Earth to have an awakening at a certain time frame, to wipe out all the karma my twin flame and I created at Adam and Eve time, because that's who I am. We cleared it. We fixed the Earth. We anchored that in so they can't anchor back in. Then my DM tried to do what he did the first time and allow the fallen angels to have access to everything again. And so because I didn't succumb this time, God took his soul and gave it to somebody else and said enough. Then I completely went from 5D to 7D. I'm like, screw this noise. And I kept going and I kept clearing more and I kept clearing more. And then that is when the planet was so free of any darkness, we got to go into a higher frequency, which was 7D. So basically I came in and I'm like, wham, I'm rectifying all the damage done by Adam and Eve. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm commandeering my planet back. And I hightailed it back out of here. And I took us home. I went home. I'm like, I'm going home. And I took the whole damn planet with me. I find that really funny. I'm like, go me. I'm badass. That is what I did. It truly is. That's exactly kind of what happened. And within that, we freed Jesus. We re-erected the twin souls. Like, it's badassery, right? It's so badass. How exciting. And I do just feel this energy of celebrating. I don't know about you guys. Okay, so you're going to have major choices to make. You don't have a choice but to go through this. And it is your choice to make the major decisions that you're going to make. Okay? But each and every person on this planet is going to have to make some major decisions to get through this resurrection. Not the resurrection, the wrath or the rapture, or whatever you want to call it, Judgment Day. There's many, many, many words to it. It truly is Judgment Day. And when I see Jesus and Mary Magdalene together, it's one of the most powerful energies I've ever experienced. It's absolutely unequivocally palpable. They be coming together. They're not coming separately anymore. They're coming together. And they glow. And the love between them is absolutely beautiful. And I'm like, I want that. Where's my DM? Where's the love? That's the feeling, right? That's the twin flames union. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm very proud of myself. And I'm so thankful for those that joined me and for my troopers that went through it with me and for the ones who saved my freaking life over and over. I wouldn't have made it without you. And I know God's like, oh, well, you gave away your life. That's what saved you. I wouldn't have made it without the help. We wouldn't have done it. It wouldn't have happened. Okay. So rejoice and celebrate. For right now, we are a whole new planet. They don't have a name for the planet yet. They haven't given it to me. Probably because I haven't processed one through yet, because we don't know what it's going to be yet. So until it's all settled and everything is kind of integrated, it won't become its complete self. Okay? So we're still going through changes. We don't know the final outcome because it's never been done to a planet before. So if you think the planets are just big masses that don't affect each other and they're not relevant, they're all created together in the same system to create balance within itself. And now we're adding in new ones into that balance and menagerie. And in order to do that, we had to have 5 poles now added on the earth. Okay? That's what happened today. Mind-blowing, hard to fathom, hard to understand, but very, very real and very palpable. So just be mindful. GG, I've already got cards flying out. I'm going to see what your message is. Woo! All right, that's it for that, they said. Gosh, they always go flying like elsewhere. We're going to fly a block away, okay? And then you can hunt us down and always wonder if you're missing a card. Okay. Ooh, Gigi. I really like these. I don't know what this means for you, Gigi. I hope you're paying attention. The peacock, that's not, what is that? That bird. That bird is very relevant for you. All of a sudden, I don't know why I can't think of the name. What the hell is that bird? You guys help. My brain is like totally smashed. Okay. Peacock spirit, let it shine. The light from the heart is shine. There's a peacock, so I was right. What the hell's wrong with me? Peacock, okay? And it even says peacock. You guys, you see what's wrong with my brain? This is why I'm like, what the fuck? Can my twin flame please come home now so my brain and my body can function properly? That would be great. Peacock spirit, let it shine. I'm such a blonde sometimes. I'm like, I don't know what this bird is. And it says right on the card, peacock. Like, come on, Brie. Like, what the fuck? Okay. All right, my little blonde moment. Let it shine, Gigi, from your heart. I love this card because it's coming right out of the heart. You see that? It's beautiful. And you see the crown on the crown on the head? Truly talks about power. Okay, there is power within you. There is true power within you. I don't know why you deny it. I feel like it has to do with years of others taking that light away from you, for one thing. But then you kind of turn it around to like this energy of, I don't have much time left. And they're saying that's nonsensical. They're saying that it's irrelevant completely. You have all the time in the world that you need to do the work that you need to do to complete the mission that you need to do, and to make changes within your own environment and within your own abilities, okay? Because I feel like that's your major blocker, is you've convinced yourself, like, I just don't have time. And they're saying nonsense. You've got to let it shine. You have to let your heart shine, your light shine. And remember, I keep saying come from the heart space. So it's super important. And after the workshop today, you're going to be more accessible to what's in your heart space without fear, okay? Because my darling, Spirit has a plan. Right? Spirit always has a plan. Spirit doesn't say, hey, do this, and then not give you time to complete it in, or, you know what I mean? Like, there's a plan. There's no need for you to question that plan. The only thing they're asking is act on it and shine that light, because there is people that need your light very badly and very quickly. And my friend, Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Be fearless and bold, okay? Let go. That's fear-based. You've got to let go of fear, because fear is not of the light. So that's that last-ditch effort of the shadow, or the absence of light, or what this planet was once established to control from is fear, right? That's why everybody panicked and took the V, and most people are trying not to wake up. It's fear, okay? So you got to be fearless and bold, because Spirit has a plan, because it's time for you to let your light shine. So don't hesitate. Don't delay. The time was yesterday, right? But Spirit has a plan. So be fearless, be bold, and let that light shine. Do not hesitate. And do not worry about judgment, because it's false. So in truth, most people actually won't judge you. It'll surprise you. That's what they're saying. Okay? So we have these scenarios in our head where if I do this, they're going to judge me. They may not love me anymore. They might shun me. They might think I'm crazy. They're saying that none of that is actually the case at all. It's going to be like a whoo, and you're going to cause people to wake up, and it's going to be beautiful. And there's so much abundance there, and Spirit has a plan. So there's no reason for you to say, well, I don't have time, or I can't do it, or I missed the opportunity. They're like, no. Mm-hmm. Let your light shine. Okay? They're also asking why you would deny anything. Like, if you see truths in this, why do we get so caught up in time? So if something didn't happen in the time frame in which you thought it was going to happen, does that mean it's not going to happen? Or if something doesn't happen the way we think it's going to happen, does that mean it's still not already happening? We have to be very careful with that, okay? One of the things you can definitely tell from the work that I do, like, there's a new person following my channel. And apparently on some of the videos, I've said some of the same names for like those missing persons. And she's like, I'm wondering if you're tuning into like a wider thing here. And I'm like, that's absolutely it. So that's why I don't like to focus on names too much, because we don't understand how far and wide these things really are, right? Like what it could be is like a more umbrella name for sex trafficking, issues and things like that. So we have to be very careful with that. We have to be very careful with assumptions, and we have to we have to be very careful with our own input opinions into what Spirit gives us and says. Okay. If we can just give space to be open and surrender and let things unfold with that faith, right? Where did faith go? Faith in God, faith in everything. It was destroyed a lot on this planet. So if we can bring faith back, let expectations go, and just be open for Spirit to show us what's happening, what's coming, and what they mean, that's where the beauty is. Okay? Hope that makes sense. It's like we come up with our own opinions, and I notice so many people who like deliver messages, they think about them first, whereas the way I deliver messages is what comes through. My mind is not active. I'm not thinking. That's how I channel so freely. I'm just that pure channeler, okay? Because I don't think. I don't think. I go into that space and I just I let it flow. I let it flow. And then I let whatever lays happen because the message is for somebody else, not for me. I don't know everything, right? There's no way I can know the details, 5555, of what is coming through for that person or why this message is coming through that way. And if we just give space and time to allow Spirit and the universe to do their thing, for things to unfold as they're meant to, eventually we'll be like, that's what that meant. Oh my gosh. And it's very beautiful moments. Okay. I call those full circle moments. You guys hear me talking about those a lot. Oh, I had a full circle moment. That's why I was talking about that thing I did my very first workshop, because this is coming to that full circle moment now. I didn't understand it then, but I didn't waste my time questioning it. I didn't assume the Spirit didn't know what they were talking about. I'm like, cool. And I just let that be with blind faith, because I trust my guides. I trust myself. So those are what it stems from, right? Trust, not fear. Surrendering. Surrendering's hard. Okay. So that's in your messages and in the energy. And if it resonates with any of you, it's for you. All right. And then we got Amy H. Okay. Absolutely, GDG. Fearless and boldly. Fearless and boldly. All right, Amy H. So we are going into the heart. Which one is this? Like what day? The Heart Oracle Tarot, right? Psychic Tarot Heart Oracle deck. Haven't touched this one in a minute. And it was called. So I pulled some for me in this earlier, and it was just unequivocally spot on. This deck is so spot on. So Amy H., if you're ready, let me know. It is your turn. You ready, Amy H.? Is there a delay, or did you leave? Where'd you go? Oh, she's ready. All right. Just bold. So I'm right away again. I'm hearing bold step forward. Major decisions. That really lines with that. But you're already on your path of making major decisions. Just keep taking those bold step forwards. So in other words, like, don't ever cower. Don't ever question your decisions. They are unequivocally spot on. And again, that goes with the message of the energy today that I posted all over the place, is you have the armor of God. Okay. So don't ever question that. And this is what I got earlier too. So this card comes out for me a lot. So this is the energy you're in right now. Hang on a second. I'll show you. Oh my gosh. I can't. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's like popcorn over here. They're like pop, pop, pop. I hear two more in here. Hang on. There are two more cards within this deck for you. So keep making bold steps forward, and each way you go, just keep working on improving yourself. Okay? And have confidence. So it's like getting that confidence back. There was one of the cards. There's one more in here. They keep popcorning out too. Oh, shit. All right. You ready for this? Wait till you see this. All right. So here's what we got. Ooh, this, I can't make this up, Amy, because you know the workshop that we did today, right? Heart chakra. Stay heart-centered. Stay heart-centered because you're about to align. But please don't get caught up in that, okay? But stay heart-centered and keep putting dedicated effort towards your heart-centered work to align. Because love abounds, okay? Love abounds. Do everything in love. Do everything from the heart-centered. Put love into your craft, your new craft, and reach out for support as needed. So that way you don't get off of that, because you have to stay in balance in the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, staying heart-centered, love in all of your work and your dedicated effort. Reach out when you struggle, because you are not alone. Because, my friends, union. That's all I have to say. I'm like, that was very powerful and very quick. That's all she wrote. Mic drop. Boom. Can I have a mic to drop? I need a mic drop. Boom. I like a damn message. This one is important though, okay? Dedicated effort. You have to create that repetitive patterning, okay? And make sure that it's opening your heart to that love into the dedicated effort within your patterning. And if you feel like you're getting off, and this is what Spirit tells me all the time too, and what I've learned to do over these last years, because I didn't have an easy time doing this. If you feel like you're getting off, immediately reach for help. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Okay, that's not easy to do. We all know that. It's not always easy to do. Okay? Because we feel guilty. We feel like we're invading, and we feel like we're just, you know what I mean? We always get into those headspaces. And so just don't hesitate. Okay? You got to do what you got to do. Because you are literally like, boop, boop, it's aligning, like right now. Okay? But don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just what you got to think about is putting the dedicated, repetitive into your heart space actions. Yep. See, it's not easy. You and Amy have helped me, and you've helped me very much. So Jacinth has helped me before too. I don't talk to her very much though. She's just not around us so much right now, but she's definitely helped me in the past too. And so now we've got Sherry going through Academy. She just started. And so there's another person adding to our team. Okay. Because those that go through my Academy will be the first ones to work with me. That's not discrimination. That is making sure that they are aligned with the healer within them, right? In a 7D fashion, and can know what they need to know. That way, when I need them, I can be like, boom, and they can teach the classes that I teach. Because if you're not open to that kind of healing, you can't teach the classes that I teach and bring forth, right? And that's already within our heart space to do. So it's not like a discrimination or anything like that. I don't want you guys to think that. I'm not trying to force anybody into the Academy. It's just those are the ones that I will probably hire and work with right away. So just saying that, okay? So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I can't wait. I'm going to see if there's anything else they want to say before I get off today. So I'm going to go do some creativities. I'm super excited to see how we're in Pleiades, you guys. We are in the Pleiadian galaxy. What the fuck? I think that's so cool. You know, the only thing that can make me happier right now, there's only one thing on this planet that can make me happier right now, and that is having my DM by my side. I would be the happiest person in this world. And I think on that note, I'm going to leave this one be. So much love to all of you. I love you so, so, so much. I appreciate you, and I thank you for being there with me. And in truth, you guys don't even know how much you matter to me. I know I can be a little blunt, and I can be a little out of left field for some people, but in truth, you mean more to me than you know. So keep on trucking, keep on shining your light, because we need it. Keep on bringing forth the true aspect of who we are and what we are. And keep being you, boo. Okay? So much love to you guys. You're so welcome. And I will be coming on Facebook probably within the next couple days to do some more messages. I want to do some creativity. So I've got to get caught up on my wand for my DM and I've got to get caught up on the fairy ones from the elemental course, the elemental ones and stuff. So I will be popping those out too. Okay. So keep your eyes tuned. Join me over on Facebook if you want to. And sure enough, there will be videos coming up on here quite often. Ooh, if you guys want me to tune into things that are going on, like here's one. I want to know what happened to Anne Heche. I do. So I want to get back into those. Anne Heche is pushing on my radar. It's like boop, 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 boop. Because of all the conspiracy theories, I think, and stuff. I got to clear it out of the collective whole. I'm kind of curious, too, to see what happened to her. So if there's any other stories or anything you guys want me to tune into, put it in the comments. I will do the ones that are definitely drawn to me. And again, be careful on the names because I really like this new person that's joined the channel. She was like, you've said that name in a couple videos. Do you think maybe it's like a wider reason why you're tuning into that name? And she's probably spot on. So names can be very moldable. So you have to be very careful. It's more about the details. Okay. And so again, just because something is being presented, it hasn't fully played out. So give space for things. Okay. Just give space. Just be open. So much love to all of you. Hasta la vista, baby. I will see you next time. Keep being you. You're right where you're supposed to be. Peace. Welcome to Pleiades. Bye, guys.